Welcome back to all returning listeners. Thank you for your loyalty and for your support. And if you're new here, welcome. Whether you're joining this community intentionally or maybe just passing through, I hope there's something here for you to take with you today. My name is Chastity, and I'm an intuitive life coach, energy reader, and Reiki Master. Today, we're talking about karma. But before we do, let me make one thing crystal clear. I'm not here to convince you to see things my way. I'm not trying to build a community of people who hang on to my every word or who will adopt my perspective as their own. That's not what this is about at all. I'm building a space where we can explore different points of view, where I share mine, and where you feel safe and encouraged to share yours too. My goal is simple. It's to help expand our collective consciousness. I don't care about being right, and I'm definitely not getting paid to be right. So if you ever comment with a perspective that's totally different from mine, just know that I honor that. Trust and believe that I genuinely welcome the opportunity to learn from you. And here's something that I can't emphasize enough. When you stay open and you keep a flexible mindset, life gets easier. Things begin to flow when you stop insisting that your way is the only way. An open mind invites unexpected solutions and support from the universe. That support is often significantly more creative and effective than anything you can come up with on your own. So the more open you are, the easier it becomes to release control, especially around the when and the how the things you want will manifest. All right, let's talk about karma. I don't see karma as a debt from past lives the way a lot of people do. And I definitely do not see it as some kind of cosmic punishment for something you did in another lifetime. Now, look, I'm not trying to be dismissive, and I apologize if this triggers anyone, but I am going to be honest with how I feel and see this. To me, using past life karma as an explanation can feel like a bit of a cop-out. Sure, there's a form of accountability saying that you may have done something wrong in a previous life, but it can also feel like a way of bypassing the present. It's like saying, well, these crappy things are happening to me now because of something I did then. But when you do that, you're sort of casting yourself as a victim in this life for something that happened in another one. So to that I say, nice try. From my perspective, from my standpoint, karma is an energetic imbalance happening right now in this reality. I know. Some of you may be rolling your eyes and thinking, oh my goodness, this woman and her insistence on everything being about energy. But just keep listening before you decide that it's not a possibility. When you're experiencing karma, your energy is trying to return to its natural state of balance. You've drifted so far away from your center, so far away from who you really are, that in order to bring things back into harmony, your energy needs to shift from lower to higher frequencies. But why does that process feel so painful sometimes? The answer is simple, but The process, not so much. To raise your vibration, you have to let go of thoughts, of beliefs, of ideologies that are weighing you down. And that is not always easy. Let me further explain. You are yin and yang. You are both feminine and masculine energy. You are passive and active. You are light and dark. You are gentle and strong. You've heard that before, I'm sure, but here's the key. Yin and yang are not opposing forces. They are complementary, meaning they work together to create balance. When you start leaning too far into one energy, when your beliefs or your patterns push you too far in one direction, you create an imbalance. And that's where karma kicks in. If you've watched my longer content videos, you know I love to give examples. Here are 2 ways that karma can show up in your everyday life. There are many, many ways, but we can't possibly cover all of them. Here are 2 common ones. Example number 1, scarcity mindset around money. Let's say you've learned to believe that there's only so much money you can make, or that there's not enough to go around. So you become possessive, maybe even greedy. You start holding on tight to your money and not sharing it very easily or even using it. To bring your energy back into balance, you're likely to face situations where you lose money until you become aware of the pattern and you shift the scarcity mindset. You will have a lot of money and you'll lose it. You will have a lot of money again and then you lose it. There is no punishment. It's realignment. It's finding balance. Example number 2, overgiving from a place of not enoughness. What do I mean by that? Well, if you've been living with the belief that you are not enough, you may have developed a pattern of overgiving. Overgiving your time, your energy, your money, constantly pouring into others, trying to earn your value. You are likely to face situations where you have to receive, where you have no other option but to rely on others for the things that you may need or want. You are here to understand that giving and receiving are equally important. I want to ask you a few questions. If karma were some cosmic debt or punishment from past lives, how do you know when you've paid up? Like seriously, how many lifetimes are we talking about? 1? 10? 100? I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, that idea is scary as all hell. So let's shift the perspective. If karma is an energetic imbalance that requires awareness of limiting beliefs and changing your mindset, does that definition create fear? Be very mindful of the definitions you give to the concepts in life. When you define a concept like karma, you give it value. And that value can make you feel either empowered or completely helpless. Define your concepts wisely. And since we're talking about karma, we've got to talk about karmic relationships. These are relationships that provide some of the greatest opportunities for growth and self-awareness. Any relationship, romantic, family, friendship, they can all be karmic. But here's something I propose you consider. The imbalance you experience in those relationships are never really about the other person. Or I should say, because of the other person. Yes, people can trigger us. Yes, they can and will stir up old wounds. But it is our reaction to those triggers that create the imbalance. It's not the other people themselves. I see a lot of content where people talk about their karmic partners like they're villains in their story. They'll say things like, I've grown so much and the other person deserves to suffer. What? Pause for a second. Before you took human form, you decided what you wanted to learn in this lifetime. You made soul agreements with people who would join you on your path to help you grow. So instead of resenting karmic people in your life, thank them. Thank them for showing up. Thank them for helping you evolve. If you've been through karmic relationships and come out on the other side, more balanced, more self-aware, and a better version of yourself, there's so much to be grateful for. We are all part of one light, of one oversoul. We are all just learning different lessons at different paces. Don't lose sight of your humanity, because it's every relationship that helps us grow and ultimately help us heal. And since you've made it all the way to the end, thank you. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for allowing me into your day, even if just for a little while. If there's a topic you'd like me to explore in a future episode, drop it in the comments. No topic is off the table. Until next time, may love and light always guide you. Take care.